Alright, this is the kicker. 360 watt hideaway speaker with a 10-inch woofer. Stickers. This is the bag. Put their amp feed wire, ground wire, the connector for your hook up for your speakers. Also has a little knob for your amp, up and down, so you can raise your bass up and down. There's the power speaker out of the bag and box and all that. 10-inch woofer, the connectors and all that, the fuses. I got this because I think it's a perfect size to fit underneath my seat, my back seat in my CJ7 Jeep. So I already got the seat out. I'm going to pop it in there, see what it looks like. I think it's going to work perfectly. Alright, this is back my CJ7 Jeep. So I got the seat out. It's pretty much centered in. I took the measurement where the seat is. Underneath the seat there's a big cavity. You got to be 6 inches past these holes. That's 6 inches back. And right now I got it 10 and a half, so it's pretty much centered in. There's our front feet go there. Back feet will go back there. So it does get a little, you got plenty of room here. It's like 4 some inches. It does get tapered down. I'm hoping that's going to be a good size. Still be fine. That's why I want to put it in and see if it works. That's what's coming out of the box. You got your wire in here, wiring harness. Now you got about 12 feet. This is a 10 gauge wire. It's for your hook to your battery. Comes with a 15 amp fuse. Hook that up. There's some eyelets, extra fuse. You got 2 eyelets here and a butt splice. And you got a fuse in here. I'm going to take this out now, and because when I wire it up, I don't want the fuse in there. When I wire up to the battery. And so you got about 12 feet of this wire, ground wire. It's only about a foot. Then this is your amp on wire, the blue wire. That's about a foot and a half. But your speaker wire is about, I'd say 5 feet long. I'll have to come back anyway. So I'm going to add on these RCA connectors. So I'm going to turn them to RCAs. And so you got a good length. Good length of just your bass knob. I'll wire that in. Yeah, good length for that. Got plenty of length. It's probably like 10 feet. Looks like it. Like I said, I got a Jeep. It's not that long of a vehicle. But this all came out of the box. It's all so it basically gives you a wire harness. Unless you want to go to RCA. If you got RCA cables, you want to buy a connector kit. And I'm going to use RCA cables instead of regular speaker wire cables. But if you want to just doing regular speaker wire cables, use your speaker wires and hook it up to that. I'm going to start splicing wires together, get stuff all pre-wired. Alright, for the speaker wires, I'm going to add on this RCA connector. So I'm going to actually solder these. I'm making the same length as this power cord. This is all extra speaker wire, I don't need this. Straight back. I'm going to put heat shrinks on these. This cable is on the size of, say, like a 14 gauge, or this is a lot smaller, like 18 gauge, maybe a little less. This is more like a, so I gotta put a little bigger one so it fits around those. That could be it. My shrink tube back there first. A couple ways to do this. You just twist them together. Sometimes you can fan out the strands a little bit. That's what I normally try to do. I try to fan out the strands. I just push them in. Push one side one way. Push this side the other way. Okay. So my pen's hot enough. Trying to get there. Put a little solder on the pen, make sure it's hot enough. And what I do is I trail it. So I got my little more. This is going to be the second pass from my the second one. Some solder on the pen. Start heating up the wire. And I always put the solder right at the base of the wire and the pen. And you just go up and down. Solder should get pulled in, especially if it's copper. It'll get pulled right into the copper. That's that. Cool for a bit. I'll test all my solder, make sure it's nice and tight. All good. Alright, got all my heat shields on to trim them down. RCA cables wired into my speaker cables. Solder them with heat shrink. There's my amp turn on wire. We'll give it a quick connect on that. There you go. Alright, put a quick connect on the amp on wire. This is your power wire for your amp. I'm going to take this fuse out now so don't forget. And it comes with an eyelet. Now, that's 5/16. I need a 3/8 eyelet. So, I actually bumped it up. I had to drill this out a little bit. I'll print that on here. There you go. Got the fuse out already. I got a butt splice here. Better than that one. So I got the eyelet for the battery terminal. You got a butt splice here, so when I pull this wire in, I can splice it in there and connect it. That's pretty much so far all we got to do. And ground wire. Eyelet on the ground wire now. Alright, I got all these wires prepped. Just gonna figure out a way to run them through the Jeep. I'm gonna add these feet on to the speaker. Yeah, I'm gonna orientate this way. We can flip around, orientate off the side, whatever, out the front. Two little screws. I haven't quite decided how I'm going to anchor this in because it's carpeting, a little insulation, then you got the tub. I might just, it's pretty heavy, so I don't think it's going to really move around much. Plus it's going to be underneath the seat. I think the back part of the seat will be pressing down on top of it a little bit. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. But I might put some screws just into the carpet. We'll have the wires coming in this direction. This is the way I want to have them mounted. Pretty much centered up. It's 10.5 inches. Right there. 8 inches backwards from this point right here. There you go, that's pretty much just where I want it. I plan on running the wires. See, it has a brace all the way back. You got the 2 angles here. It's pretty much covered up. It's up right here, so I'm going to drill and tap from the ground wire right here. I'm going to try to run the speaker wires, the power wires all through here, just here. And the main problem is trying to figure out where to run the power wire to the battery. And I think I found a solution. Right underneath, I have AC in this Jeep, and the 2 AC hoses coming in. There's almost like a foam insulation around it. I think I'm going to punch through that, and it's going to come up right below the battery. That's why I'm going to run the power wires through. So. Just drill and tap for the ground right now, right into the tub. This should give me a good ground. And this might be too long. I might have to do a little smaller screws. I'm just going to screw right into the carpet. Just have the carpet hold it. Carpet with a seat down on top of it. It's not going to go anywhere. Well, let me find a couple screws, a little smaller than these. These are about 1 inch, about 3/4 inch long. Like maybe 1/2 inch, maybe a little less. Alright, I got 4 course screws. I've got a teak here. This is my ground wire. I'm just going to teak it right into the tub itself. It should give me ground. A little weld spot there. I'm just screwing this into the carpet. Stop it from moving around too much. Good. Alrighty, got my ground wire tacked in. These are my wires. Here's my amp turn on wire. Got some more 18 gauge wire. Got a male and female connector. Plopping them together. My speaker wire. Here's an AC RCA wire. Male ends, gonna do the converter, 2 female ends, and the male here. Yep. This will all be right here underneath the seat. That where I'm going to start. That's how I want this all. You like? Also, I gotta remember the amp knob wire. Tape right here. Got my parts that I want to be underneath the seat. And this I'll start. Run this underneath the carpet. Actually, I'll tape up these ends. The RCA connector. So far I got the wires running in the unit there. Underneath this carpet right here. I'll tuck them in a little better. And they're coming out. This is my AC hoses. I have them wrapped around. Got to get them going over there. Actually, might tuck them underneath. I'll pull them back through. I'm going to tuck them underneath. Got my amp wires got to go up there. The blue wires go here. Now this is where my AC hoses are coming in here. I got almost like a rubber insulation right here, like a foam rubber, and that goes through the firewall into my engine compartment. So that's why I want to try to snake the power wire through. So let's see if I can punch through there, run the this red power wire through there to the battery, and that'll be where my battery hookup's going to be. So basically I just ran it all up here. I'm going to pull it up and run underneath this, underneath here, it'll be better. And it'll be all nice and hidden by the time I'm done. Alrighty. Let's do my power wire. I'll run this up a little higher. That'll come out up here and go out through here, but all my other cable wires have been hidden. These are USBs coming off my radio. This is my amp knob wire, and I haven't decided where I'm going to mount this. I might mount it right next to the cigarette lighter. I haven't quite decided yet, but let's first get this power wire. I'm trying to get it through right through here. This is plastic, and there's like a rubber foam insulation that goes over. These are my AC hoses for my Jeep. So I'm going to try coming in right up through here and pop it in right there, and that brings me right below my battery. And I'll just run it straight up to my battery. Let me see if I can find something to pop through there. Alright, I got this little metal dowel, pushed it through, little rod, and it's coming right below my battery, so hopefully it pulls right through. Yep. There you go. I'm going to hide that wire a little better, but you may not be able to. It's what it is, eh? That's my power wire. I'm going to hook this eyelet up. So I've got no fuse in here. Quite decided how I'm going to run this. Alrighty. Came down right below the battery here. Got hooked up to the positive terminal. I actually just looped it down. It's a nice little loop back of the battery. But I came up through here. So little tie wrap there, tie wrap there. The loop just going like halfway down the battery from behind. But I got a nice loop behind the battery, and that's the way I'm going to run it. Keep it out of the way. This is my ground to my chassis, and it's pretty good. It's not touching any metal down there, so it's just hanging free. It is touching here a little bit. I don't want it to rub through the metal. And back here, this is where the fuse container is. That's how I'm going to run it. It looks pretty good. Start plugging up, see what happens. Alright, this is the final product. It's a little wire loom on it. When I first installed it, I thought I had a problem. I didn't adjust my, because I wasn't really getting much output on it. But I had to adjust my gains and my other knobs down here, and start producing some good bass. Like I say, I double checked. I had 14 volts on here, 14 volts on here, good ground, and got RCA cable wires going into it. So once I figured out how to adjust the gain and all that stuff on the side, everything started working nice. So this is my final product. I screwed down here. I'm gonna put the seat back on. So alongside with this 10-inch kicker box, I also got these are the kickers, the KSS series component speakers. There's a 6x9 and a little like a 3-inch on top. I made those boxes. So I got the 6x9 in the front, the 3-inch on the top. Those are my rear speakers. In the front, I got kickers also. They're the KSC series, just 6.5-inch. And I got a retro sound stereo. That's my sound system in my CJ Jeep. It's hooked up pretty nice and easily, especially to the retro sound stereo. It sounds pretty good too. Alright, let me put the back seat on, cover that up. It's a nice day, I'll take out for a ride. Alright, this is the final look. I got all the wires tucked underneath, you can't see them anywhere. Those wires are, those are my USB connectors to my stereo. And the bass knob, look right there, below my AC. There's the back seat installed. There's my unit right here. Got about an inch clearance there. You can't see it at all. That's what I like. And behind the seat, these are my boxes for my. I got 6x9s and like little 2-inchers in there for component speakers. And then underneath the seat, like I said, I got a 10-inch power sub. Well, that's a nice installment to my CJ Jeep. I got an 82. Yep, that is it. Sounds good. Thanks for watching.